Welcome back. We have a new setup today. You can kind of see the camera in the reflection, but we feel like that's kind of endearing. Today we're going to be talking about our first favorites for Miss Universe 2021. Wait, 2020. 2020 to be held in 2021, most likely.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure. The reason I said most likely is because I'm like, what if they can't have it next year either?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
if you remember in our last video, in our Give Thanks Thankful video, we said that we were going to share some of your comments, and some of you left some amazing, super touching comments of what you're grateful for, so we're going to share some of those right now.
Yeah, so I'll share the first one. It is from Ed Lewis Cut, or Akut. I am really bad at pronouncing everything. Hello Sierra, ever since you stepped on the stage, you inspired me to go against my boundaries. Aside from studying in nursing school, I am finally able to pursue my ambition in writing and being a published author. Hence, I am grateful for role models like you because you inspire me to become empowered. I am also grateful for all my life experiences, good or bad, because without these moments, I would not have discovered my love and potential for writing.
That's awesome.
It's cute.
Yeah, that's so sweet. And then
take the next one.
Yeah, sure. The next one is from Arnulfo Jr. Butona, who says, I'm thankful for my parents, basically. They're the best gifts I received coming from above, but aside from that, I am thankful also to my friends who accepted me for who I am, which is so nice.
It's touching, yeah. I've got one more to share. It is from Charmaine Aleg. I'm thankful for having a lovely... Why am I so nervous today? I feel so nervous. The last one's from Charmaine Aleg. I'm thankful for having a loving family and just getting to live the life I live. By the way, I love watching you both. Every time you upload a new video together, I get excited. Haha, keep up the great work. Well, that one made us feel good.
That's awesome, because honestly, this can be a hard space as well for us, because I think the perception is that we sit down, we say some stuff, and we put it out there, and there's so much more work that goes on behind the scenes. Leighton was researching for this video for like hours to make sure that he gave like his good predictions, and obviously, you know, there are some negative people out there, and sometimes that's hard to read. Like, even though you know it isn't necessarily about you and everyone has a right to what they think of something, sometimes it's hard because it feels like a personal attack, even though you know that we all think differently and have different points of view. But anyway, so for those who are so grateful for us putting out videos, thank you so much, and we love reading those comments of what you're grateful for.
Yeah, totally. And to kind of wrap that up, thank you guys. I know we didn't really say it that much in our thank you video, because I mean, without you guys, none of this would be possible. It'd be kind of silly to make videos that nobody wanted to watch. So, because you guys want to watch these videos, we make them for you, and it can be fun sometimes. What we're gonna do is do like a top 5, like on our radar list, kind of sort of dark horses, maybe some surprises, I guess, and then do a top 5 favorites to take the crown
of Miss Universe so far.
Miss Universe so far, yeah. There are still some countries who haven't held their national competition yet, right?
But from what I understand, if countries don't have a delegate by the end of December, they can't send a delegate. So I think some countries are scrambling to like appoint a girl or have like a virtual competition to pick somebody. So keep in mind as well, these are our favorites, or these are girls who are on our radar right now. This can literally change in a day, a week, a month. So this is just who is standing out to us right now from what we've seen. There are women who have had the crown, their national crown, for like almost a year. So there's been girls that we have been following or known about for so long. Like, time can change anything. So this is what we're thinking right now. I know there's many people who are like, what about this girl? What about that girl? What about this girl? And maybe she was just crowned, or maybe we feel like we need to see more from her before we can, you know, talk more about her.
This will probably be like a series too. Like, this is just our first like middle of December predictions, and obviously we don't know like when the pageant's going to be. There's been speculation that it's going to be in February. People have been saying possibly March. So I mean, it's all up in the air right now anyway. So we'll definitely have a lot of time to make a few of these videos. Do you want me to start, or do you want to start?
Sure. So are you starting with like who's on your radar?
This is my radar top 5. Yeah.
Okay.
My radar 5.
Okay.
And this is interesting because we haven't discussed this with each
I know,
other.
we haven't talked about this with each other, so I'm almost like nervous to see or something. So yeah, let's hear who's on your radar. This isn't your official top 5, this is who's on your radar.
Yeah, so like girls that I just want to see more of, I guess. Cambodia.
Yeah.
Cambodia, Sarita Reth. Cambodia's been sending a delegate for the last 3 years now. 2017 is when they started, and they haven't placed yet. I think Sarita's like a good person for them, like a chance for sure. I think she has a lot going for her, and I think she has the ability to surprise a lot of people. So definitely interested to see more from her. Next up, I have Canada, Nova Stevens. She surprised me a lot. She wasn't really on my radar for Miss Universe Canada, to be honest, and she shocked me. Her speaking skills are awesome. Like extraordinary. Yeah, she's wowed me with her speaking skills, and she has a very infectious personality.
Yeah.
She's like super likable. Next up, I have Philippines. Rabia, I feel like.
Yeah, Rabia.
Yeah, Rabia Mateo. So this is her first year under the new organization, obviously, right? Taking over from Bini Bini. It'll be interesting to see like how that goes, right? Because obviously the Philippines has been a powerhouse in pageants in recent years. I think Rabia she's great. Just kind of want to see more from her, and I'm excited to see where that goes. Vietnam is next, and this is really silly to say, but I almost didn't include her on my list just because I have no idea how to pronounce her name, so I didn't want to make a fool of myself.
That's fine.
But I thought it'd be a crime to not include her on my list because she has like this quiet confidence about her. Kind of doing research for this, I watched like her full performance, and it's like that's a hard thing to have. Like usually people who are confident are like boisterous and loud and kind of let you know that they're there, but she has this like quiet confidence about her, which I really love. And then lastly on my radar, I have Brazil, Julia Gama. And as this series continues, I wouldn't be surprised to see her slip into my top 5. There's something about her that I really like, you know. She's just kind of got it going on. I've kind of been keeping up with her on Instagram a little bit. She's putting out some really like quality content, and she seems like super likable and somebody that I could potentially see on Coronation Day.
So I guess basically I feel like what I have or what we have is a top 10.
Yeah.
And then I have other girls as well. So this is a little confusing, I feel like, in the way that we're doing it, but I guess like on my radar or within my top 10, but not my top 5, is Mexico. I feel like she proved herself at Miss World, which I talked about her in a different video that I did. She was first runner up at Miss World. So I know that Miss Universe and Miss World are very different pageants, but I always feel like when someone proves themselves at one of the big international competitions, it shows their potential. So Mexico is on my list. I also have Philippines. I do want to see more from Rabia. I feel like she's very wholesome. She's very relatable. She comes from such a humble place, which I think a lot of people will be able to relate to. So I think that that's one of her biggest strengths. I then have Canada as well because her platform, her speaking is so impressive. Then I have Cambodia as well, which is so funny. I feel like Cambodia is really surprising a lot of people in a great way. I would love to see her with a fabulous gown by Rian Fernandez again, because Rian did Cambodia's gown the last 2 years, so that would be nice to see. And then I actually have Romania. I don't know much about her, but there's something about her that's giving me a spark. It's giving me a wow factor. So Romania is one that you didn't have, that I have. And then I do have a couple other girls, but I'll talk about them after, who aren't in my top 5, but they're still like on my radar.
For sure. I thought I would get you with Cambodia.
Oh, you did, really?
I didn't think you'd have her. I don't know. Yeah,
That's awesome. Okay, now who's your top 5 right now?
Oh dear. So I guess in no particular order.
Yeah,
really,
this
right?
is just
I mean, I have Thailand, Amanda Obdam.
She's Canadian. She's
Like,
Thai Canadian. She's
cool.
Thai Canadian.
Yeah, wow. I just found her super captivating. Her headshot really stands out to me. She's very photogenic. Obviously, like her in pictures, it's like a wow. Like she's captivating. Like she's kind of mysterious too. I find.
I know.
Like there's just like this.
Something's hiding.
Like this. I don't know if aura is the right word, but like there's just something about her that you can't really put your finger on that just like makes you want more. So Thailand is in my top 5. I have Chile.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Daniela Nicholas.
I don't know, you don't sound nervous when you're talking.
That's good. So next up I have Chile, Daniela Nicholas. If you've been watching me on this channel for a little while, you know that I'm an eyes guy. And she's got some nice eyes. She does. She does. It's nice eyes. Yeah, I watched this video on her Instagram. She was like talking, and I was just like, holy crap, like super, like just draws you in with her eyes. I find they're like this magnificent blue, and yeah, they're beautiful. So, and I love how she's fluent in both Spanish and English, and I think that's a great trait to have, especially if she were to be a Miss Universe. I think that'd be awesome to have a girl who could be fluent in both. And she carries herself with a lot of confidence and a lot of self-belief, you can tell when she's walking, and I think that will serve her very well in Miss Universe. Next up, I have South Africa. Natasha. So they just announced this a few days ago, who would be their representatives at the different pageants, and I felt kind of proud.
Yes.
Because yeah, I called that, or I was hoping for it anyway. So you had other ideas, but but I don't know. I
love Natasha too. I just thought it was anyway,
for sure.
Yeah.
No, I mean they're all wonderful, and I'm sure they're all going to do well at no matter what pageant they go to. But I remember like back when we were kind of in the South Africa thing, she was my favorite to win. Obviously, it was really great when I saw her headshot for the first time.
Yeah, and he assumed that whoever won Miss South Africa was going to Miss Universe. Like you didn't know, right? He didn't know that the different that the top 3 would be later designated where they were going. So yeah, you assumed that whoever won Miss South Africa was going to Miss Universe, which is what a lot of people assume.
Definitely, yeah. But no, I love South Africa. I love her stage presence. I think she's very brilliant on stage. She definitely has a chance to win the crown and keep it in South Africa for one more year. Who knows? Next up, Australia. Maria Thattil. She's awesome. I trying to leave as much personal bias as I can out of this, but like I've had the pleasure of talking to her just briefly when she was on your podcast.
Yeah.
I had the pleasure of listening to her speak for like an hour, and holy man, like she has just the most beautiful speaking voice ever. And just the use of her vocabulary and just her speaking skills in general, like as a blanket statement, like she's incredible. And it says a lot, like, because she's beautiful, she's ravishing, she's very good looking, but I'd argue that her speaking skills outweigh like her good looks, which I think is saying a lot. So wrapping up my top 5, last on the list in no particular order, I have India. Adeline Castellino. I remember way back in February when we were covering Miss Diva, she was my favorite for sure. So there's just something about her. I mean, I've been following her on Instagram for the better part of a year now, and I love it when I see her face on my feed. She just has one of those personalities, one of those faces that you don't get sick of, and so likable. It seems like, obviously don't know her personally, but yeah, she's amazing. I don't know,
do you feel like she's kind of like your maybe favorite to win, or do you really have a favorite to win?
If I had to say it, India and Australia are my 2 favorites right now.
Okay.
So.
Wow. Wow. Okay, wow. I do want to say Chile, I don't have her in my top 5, but she's on my general list because there's just so many amazing girls. It's hard to not talk about all of them, but I do love Chile as well. USA is kind of on my radar, but I do want to see more from her. France is on my radar, want to see more from her. But here's my top 5. I have South Africa. And I hopefully am going to have Natasha on the podcast. So what I would like is if you could be in on that podcast as well, so that any delegate we interview for the podcast you can listen to, because then it would give you an even better idea for predictions. So I mean, I don't even really need to say much. I feel like you said a lot about Natasha. She's incredible for so many reasons. There are a lot of people who think it would be very difficult for South Africa to win again, but it is possible. Like, if she gives a flawless performance, I mean, she can win. There's no reason why she can't. Next, I have Peru, actually. And part of why I have Peru is I had the pleasure of really getting to know her because I was one of the judges for Miss Peru. So I've seen a lot from her. I've seen a lot from Janik. So that, again, it's one of those things that I've gotten to know her more, which puts her higher up on my list because I feel like I know more of what she's like in interview because I got to interview her and all that kind of stuff. So she's in my top 5 right now. I then have Thailand, and Thailand, she's so incredible. She obviously speaks very good English, which no matter what people say, it is a benefit because if you win Miss Universe, if you have strong English skills, it's only going to help you. She's stunning in so many ways, and I just find her very beautiful in terms of like the glam, but also she's now sharing more relatable content, like less makeup and glam, which I think is great to see. Then I have Australia. And I as well am trying to not be biased just because I think Maria is just such an inspiration. She's so relatable, but she's also just so intelligent. She's so eloquent. She really blew us away. She always blows me away with her speaking skills, and that is something that I know the judges at Miss Universe are going to be very impressed. Like, her interview, without a doubt, will probably be one of the top scores at Miss Universe. Like, I have no doubt saying that. Then I have India. So this is just so funny.
Yeah.
I also am hopefully gonna have Adeline
Yeah.
on the podcast. We've been talking to her manager, so fingers crossed, because that'll give me a better idea, you a better idea, and all of you guys a better idea. If I can have a 45-minute to an hour conversation with these girls, it gives all of us a better idea of, okay, who can we really see being the next Miss Universe. So anyway, I love India. I think she's stunning. She seems so sweet. We've loved her for almost a year now since she won, and you predicted her to win. So yeah, I guess that's what I have to say. We have pretty much the exact same. There was like only a few that we didn't have the exact same of within our 10.
Interesting.
Yeah, is there anyone else that you can think of that you're like, oh yeah, I remember seeing her?
Off the top of my head, no,
Yeah,
I can't
okay.
really think
I'm
of
trying to think.
any, but I feel like people are gonna think that we discussed this. Though.
Yeah, I know,
Like,
we
think
did not
that's-
discuss this
yeah,
at all.
that's wild.
Leighton sat at the island for like a couple hours researching, like making his list, and I was cleaning, and he's like, do you want to hear? I'm like, nope, I don't want to hear, because I want to just see if we have a similar thought process. So I also think that you're doing such a good job, obviously, at predicting Natasha to go to Miss Universe,
For sure.
Adeline to win Miss India, and then Walt to win Miss Diva. So I think that you have more of an eye even than I do.
I would argue against that, but
But anyway, let us know in the comments, who are your favorites
Yeah.
for the crown of Miss Universe so far? Do you agree with us? What are your thoughts? Let us know who has the most potential to win that next crown of Miss Universe. Take it from Zozubini. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see more of these videos, this is going to be, you know, the next big topic on this channel is talking about Miss Universe, potential winners of Miss Universe, and basically anything related to Miss Universe, because that's what we know the most about.
Definitely.
And yeah, so anyway, what I meant to say is feel free to subscribe and hit the notifications bell so that you can see more of these videos and keep up with all the content that we're putting out.
if you guys want to see like non-pageant related stuff, like let us know in the comments too. Like if you have any suggestions, like any other silly like YouTube challenge videos
Right.
and stuff where we could take part in, and you might get to know us a little bit more, like away from pageants.
Yeah, exactly.
So anyway, that's it. That's all. Had fun out of all. It was good while it lasted, but I'm past it.
Oh